Gavin Lux blew his ACL out the other day in a meaningless game as well. I mean, you're just going to get rid of all spring training games then? I mean, people get hurt crossing the street. I mean, it's silly.
Yeah, but Kyle Funkhauser famously got hurt stumbling on the sidewalk in Toledo. Yeah, I mean, this was the Edwin Diaz takes were my bad today because, yeah, it was just so over the top.
Yeah.
And you had a couple really loud, like, national people that were kind of leading it. But, like, to your point, Raj, like, yes, these games, first of all, you just have to erase the narrative that these games don't mean anything. They don't mean anything to you as a Mets fan, maybe, but these are hugely important to, Puerto Rican people, and
Yeah.
Dominican people, and Venezuelan people, and you could tell by the attendance and by
The
the
fervor.
players. If the players didn't care, they wouldn't go. But it obviously means a lot to them, and so, as I get that we'll probably see some pushback from teams in the future where they just don't want to, risk it. But to Youp's point, like, all right, well, what games do matter? The spring training doesn't matter. The regular season doesn't matter. Why don't you just we'll just pick 8 teams and have a tournament every year, and that'll be it. Because it's these games matter to people, and it reminded me of what's his name, the dude Ken Morrow. Do you guys know who Ken Morrow is?
Hockey player?
Yeah, hockey player.
Yeah.
From Davidson/Flint. Was
Team
on
USA, 1980.
Was on the Team USA 1980 Miracle on Ice team. Won 4 Stanley Cups with the juggernaut Islanders teams of the early 80s. So people always ask him, like, hey, what matters more to you? And he can't ever give anybody an answer because they both mean that much to him. And it's like, I'm sure Edwin Diaz would love to win a World Series, but I bet closing that game to get Puerto Rico over Dominican Republic and move on is probably one of the highlights of his career so far.
Kenny Morrow, one of the best beards in sports history with no helmet. So you really saw the whole beard. Very impressive.
But yeah, I mean, these games obviously mean something to these players, and so to dismiss it as meaningless is just kind of that sort of, I don't know, ethnocentrism or whatever, like just worried about my team and not realizing that other people have concerns about their team too, and national concerns.
The other thing too is, in terms of Edwin Diaz specifically and the Mets, I mean, the $20 million he makes per year is a rounding error for Steve Cohen. Okay, he misses $20 million like you or I, miss the $6 for a latte. I mean, big deal. I mean, they lost a guy. It's a shame. They could have lost him in any number of ways. They're gonna have to go get a closer. Well, guess what? He's shown he's probably going to go invest in a closer if they need one. I don't think they're going to be left hurting. They're not going to go into October a closer short if Steve Cohen has anything to say about it.
Yeah, they've got some good prospects to trade. They still have David Robertson, I think, who's got plenty of experience closing. So, yeah, but to your point, the money doesn't matter at all. They have insurance. They'll get the money back or whatever. It's more about losing, the best reliever in baseball. But, like you said, that could have happened in the first game of the season. Could have happened next week in spring training. I mean, obviously it looks worse when it's a celebration.
Yeah.
It makes, it brings to mind one of the, I don't remember which Gramatica brother it was, the kicker. I don't know if it was Martin or Bill, but
I think it was Martin.
Who celebrating a field goal and blew out his knee, or Kendrys Morales was a really bad one. You remember that?
He stepped at home plate, right?
Walk-off grand slam in May, and they're celebrating. Broke his leg / ankle, missed all of that year and all of the next year. It just freak things happen. But got to get angry about something, I guess.